The most annoying situation in trading, when you open a chart, did analysis, everything accordingly to your trading strategy, open position, put stop loss and the take profit, and immediately after you open the position, price starts moving not in your direction, in the end it's closing by a stop loss. We are saying that you perfectly guess the point where to open the position, but you didn't guess the direction. How to avoid this kind of the situation? And my answer maybe will be very weird, but open at the same time, buy and sell. Sounds weird, yes? But in today's video I want to show you a whole strategy that based on this idea. So watch this video until the end, because I will show you a lot of interesting information, and let's start. Whole trading, this is dilemma, and every time in the trading we have this kind of dilemma. It's starting from the point what kind of trading strategy to choose. Trend one, counter trend, or maybe it's better to trade range. You know, in some strategies there is dilemma of the signals. Like for example, if you are using levels, what kind of signal better to trade? Maybe breakout of the level, or like rebound from the level. And I came with the idea, what if compose all those like totally different and opposite signals at the same trading strategy? Let me show you what I found in the end. So guys, let us go to the charts. Right now in front of you, you can see the gold on the time frame H1. And in my particular example, in my strategy, I decided to take two options to signal us how we can open our positions. This is the breakout of some levels and also a rebound from them, because usually in some of the cases, both of the signals will happen at the same time. So we'll test, is it possible to trade at the same time two opposite signals and generate a plus. So for identifying the levels, I decided to add fractals. So fractal, this is the pattern that consists from 5 candles, and the middle one supposed to have the highest high. It will be the bullish fractal, and the lowest low, the opposite one, it will be for us the bearish fractal. So let us check the chart, and for example, if we'll go just to check what is going on right now, I will draw two levels. So this is the closest fractal with the parameter 5. By the way, I need to mention one very important point. If you're going to the trading view, in the trading view you can check the period of fractal, because by default what Bill Williams created and write in their own book, it was fractals 5. By the way, in the MetaTrader you cannot change. I just mentioned because there is also logic, what I will tell you later on, what we'll put in our own formula indicator or the bot. This is ability to change the periods of the fractals, because maybe you want to find the highest high among 15 candles or even 25. Why not? We're supposed to have this option. But let us go to check what is the logic, you know. So we have two fractals, the closest one, the highest high and the lowest low. And what kind of scenario we can get from the price, you know. So for example, if the price is slowly moving up, breaking the closest fractal, you know, we have two options how we can open our positions. First of all, this is if the price will break the level, we can open buy, and at the same time, if the price, like for example, we decide to trade like rebound from that level, we can open even sell. The same scenario here, if the price, for example, break, if we want to trade breaking of the level, we'll open sell, and rebound we will open buy. So that's why, you know. And if we'll go just looking through the charts, we can find like both options. So for example, here you see it was breaking the price of the fractal, and price went into like very nice, like went by the trend direction. But at the same time, we can move like here, and we can see like totally opposite situation. So it was the breaking of the fractals level, and what happened with the price? It successfully make the rebound. That's why our next steps when we move forward, you know, from the idea, you are moving forward to visualization. And for that kind of case, we decide to create the indicator. So what is the trading strategy, and what is the difference between the trading strategy and the indicator? Indicator give us chance to overview the market, to identify the situation and the entry points what we want. Strategy, this is the whole logic, how we are planning to open position, where we are planning to put the stop loss and to the take profit, and how we'll react, like for example for the opposite signal, and many more. So that's why we start thinking how we can implement all the things. So the first of all, it's clear. Yeah, so we have our indicator, we have two options how we can open position. This is the fractal breakout and fractal rebound, and we are planning, you know, to combine them and trade like all these signals together. So sometimes, you know, as these signals might happen at the same time, we'll open two positions. But as Forex right now allowing us to trade on the hedge accounts, and mostly I'll open you one secret: all trading accounts that you are using for the trading, they are hedge types. You can open at the same time opposite position, and they will not like have a conflict between like them. So it's clear. In this particular example, I choose breakout of the level. We can see exactly we're opening here sell, and here is this red line and green line. This is the level of the take profit. Of course, you can put the take profit in percentages, in the pipses, in ATR, but there is no connection to the market, you know. And our logic, my main logic, to be everything connected, I decide to create some kind of fractal range and put stop loss and the take profit based on this fractal range. What does it mean, fractal range? In this particular example, it will calculate the distance between the closest like bullish fractal minus bearish one. It will calculate the distance, and we can use some kind of the multiplier. So for example, if we are going to the settings of this indicator, we can see position stop loss range 1. It means it's not using any kind of like multiplier, is just using the same distance between the closest bullish and bearish fractals. Position take profit range is 1.5. It means we'll take this distance and multiply it, you know. So that's why we have whole strategy right now. You can see it's open sell, successfully closed by the take profit. Again, prices crosses the closest new builded fractal, we opening sell, and right now for the goal H1 we are still holding our position. And you see between these two like positions, stop losses and the take profit, it's totally different. Why? Because the price is moving, volatility is different, and it's very nice as our like stop losses and the take profit straightforward connect to the market. This is what exactly I wanted to do with this. But right now, as we have a strategy already with all the rules, let's go to the tester, because we want to see at least on the back testing, is it working, or just maybe few deals profitable and everything else will be failed if we'll start trading on the real account. In the YouTube or in another social medias, you can find lots of the strategies how you can trade, but never start trading before you're doing the back test, because you don't know what was the results in the past. Charts as a past what happened already, this is the most important instruments for us to check if the trading strategy is really working. So right now this double fractal entry bot, it's already implemented, and we will be able to test it how it's working. So if we're going for the inputs, everything is the same. Fractal numbers of the bars, fractal rebound we can choose of the breakout, the same like ranges of the stop loss and the take profit. I added some of the things, you know, how to tune the strategy, especially if we're talking about risk management, you know. So for example, when we are holding position and we have a contra signal to open position in another direction, should we close or should we hold it? Should we open a new one or no need? Or for example, if we're trading like rebound, you know, and we have a trend, long trend, should we open every time sell and get the stop loss, or it's better to skip the same position, you know, and just open the opposite one? So there is small things, but the most important, never use martingale and never use averaging at all. Everything's supposed to be with the fixed lot. So let's do some kind of the back test. I already did the optimization. What's the difference between the back test and optimization? Back test we are doing on the history, you know, without any kind of like tweaks. Optimization when we are putting for the bot some kind of frames of parameter, and bots will find for us the best things. So I did the optimization. Let me show you just like a result. So a time frame H1, this was from the beginning of 2024 until today. This is the 27th of July. Starting deposit $2,000, and I put the starting position volume 0.1. And right now the first option how we can trade, this is bifractal rebound. Let's do the things to check exactly how it's working. So we can see the results, the equity it's pretty smooth, and we have total net profit of $2,400, maximum drawdown, maximum risk was $422, recovery factor 5.7, which is not bad at all, and profit rate 57. So with these results I'm pretty happy. I can run it on the live account, but before that I need to do the stress test. What does it mean, stress test? I want to run it on another instrument, because for example, if I will run right now on the pound, you see, I'm not changing any kind of setting, I just change the instruments. And if for example right now it will blow for me all $2,000, it means it was just optimized to specific instruments. The logic by itself, it's not working. Let's check the pound. For me, it's not important that it will make the profit. For me, the most important here, not to lose. But we have $500 in the plus, which is already good. Let's check, like for example, for the dollar yen. I'm just trying to check on the instruments what people really like and they will really starting to use. And in the dollar yen, it's working. Imagine if right now we will do the optimization specifically for this instrument. But let's move forward with everything. And right now, I want to go back to the dollar yen, to the euro dollar, and I will put like a breakdown. It's breakout. It's totally opposite result, and we just check if it's working or not, and let's do some kind of optimization. Look, and it's also working. It's also generating profit. So listen, two very opposite, super opposite options how we can trade, how we can open position. Both of them it's working. So why not to put them together, run at the same account and start making profit? And right now I will just show you, because euro dollar it's more like conservative instrument, but let us go for the gold, because people 100% will ask me for the gold, and I will show you right now what you can generate with this kind of very simple trading strategy. Just what you need to do is to follow all the rules of it, and you will see totally different results. Look, after 1.5 years, if you will trade on the gold, total net profit $4,668, maximum drawdown $638, recovery factor 7.31, profit rate 74%, which is wow. And this was fractal breakout. And right now what I will do, I want to see exactly what it will show me with the rebound, and let's do the same to see exactly what it's showing here. Look, it's also working in plus 2,458. okay, it's not like brilliant in comparison with it, but it's giving us chance to diversify our risk. This is exactly what I'm trying to explain you in this video. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned that trading isn't something difficult, and it's opposite, it's easy here to make money. The most important is the approach. I mentioned few rules and the steps that you need to follow if you want to be profitable. But that was more like a motivational video. Nowadays, if you go to the social medias, you can find lots of the videos like that. But what is the difference between us and them that we can show you and create the product? Indicator, strategy, trading bot. And today I was trying to show you everything from the practical point of view, how it's working, you know, from the scratch and until running to the bot onto the live account. Of course, you are a decision maker. You can trade manually, you can trade like by using bots. We will give you everything, all options. But what you need to understand, and what I was trying to show you, that in 13 years of my experience in trading, the best things what I found, this is diversification. There is diversification by strategy, diversification by instruments. In today's case, this is diversification by the strategy. When we were using totally different, opposite strategies to each other, but they was making profit, both of the options. You know, if you remember, for the euro dollar, rebound was working better. For the gold, breakout, but no need to ignore another options. Combine them, and just diversification will give you chance to generate consistent profit in financial markets. Thank you very much for watching this video. Share with your friends, and see you in our next one.